I think I got the camera working.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Okay, we'll just turn that copyright-free music off. Look at that sunset.
Whoa.
That's freaking beautiful.
That is gorgeous. Looks like...
Holy shit, can we just do this thing later? I'm just kidding.
Man, if only they could see that.
If only they could see what we can see.
That's what I'm saying.
So, I'm here with Moni G, my cousin, also known by dicedbyher.
That is I.
Also known as vanillachurro.
Yes.
And the reason that I have brought you here is that you're an artist, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so basically what?
I would say so.
Okay, so you're an artist. She's an artist. So basically what I want you to do, since you've been off the vapes, as an ex... Yeah, well, I wasn't doing that, but...
No,
yes.
I was doing that.
Yeah, no, it's... Namaste. Since you've been off the vapes, you are now considered a ex-vapor, or a recovered vapor.
Yeah, vapor in recovery.
Well, you're already recovered, though.
Yeah, but it's, it's a process.
That's true. And I'm just starting it. I'm on the first step, and that's throwing the vape out, getting it out a couple times, hitting it a few more times, throwing it back out. You gotta do the first step a couple times.
It definitely. The first step happens like 4 times.
That's right.
At least.
But as long as you keep walking. How was your experience quitting? Because now, how long have you been off the juice?
It's been since November 11.
November 11.
Or December 11. I can't remember.
Well, there's only a month difference, so at any rate... I
didn't know it was on the 11th of...
I can't do math.
No, it was December
way.
11. It was December 11th.
Okay, so that's over a month now. Fully gotten those cravings out of the system.
Yes.
So what I want you to do as we talk here is paint a picture of kind of, if you could imagine... Like you're an artist, you draw or paint or do whatever. I've seen your penguin drawings from high school.
Yeah.
So just kind of paint a picture for people, because, just to have an idea of what it might be like. Or for myself, I want to know too.
To know what it's like
to be
not vape.
To not vape.
Oh, okay. Well, am I allowed to say what made me stop vaping?
As long as it doesn't get either of us in jail. Oh. Oh yeah, you can talk about that. If you want to.
Okay. So,
I don't think you'll go to jail.
Yeah, I don't think so either. I mean, I have been struggling with vaping probably since quarantine, because didn't have really anything else to do, and they were so cheap. These fun little pop bars.
This seems like right in the way. Sorry.
It's okay. So these fun little pop bars, like $10. And over quarantine, when I looked back at how much money I spent on them, I think it was like $400 in that 2-month span that I spent on those.
I spent the same too.
Yeah, it was really bad. And that was when they were cheap, And now they're like $20 if you get nice ones.
Well, they were cheap, but they lasted for 2 hours.
Yeah.
Because
you were hitting them nonstop.
Yeah. I know. I was actually going to bring that up. Because I was off vaping for a while. Sorry, my voice is... I think it's the mud. I was off vaping for... The last, 4 years have been a good, solid streak of vaping way too much. Mm-hmm. And I'm trying in this year, because, I'm 26 now. Mm-hmm. And I don't think that it has the same appeal it used to. I think that it's kind of pathetic and... You're hitting a sugary piece of plastic.
Right, exactly. So, basically, I had been wanting to stop for a while, but, it's so hard to stop. You get so used to it. Not even just the vaping, but even just the motion, or even just having it in your hand.
Right.
It becomes like this, emotional crutch, which is interesting because it actually makes your anxiety worse.
Yeah.
Much worse.
And I wanted to get into that too.
Yeah, so I mean, I would just have anxiety like all day, but then I would be thinking about, oh, when is the next time that I can, you know, hit my vape, being at work for 8 hours. It's just like, oh, when can I vape? When can I vape? And, you know, it was just really stressing me out. And it was burning my throat. Like, if I would vape too much for, like, even just a night of vaping, drinking, going out, you know, hit the vape way too many times, next day I would have a sore throat and it would last for, like, 3 days. And I would still keep vaping. So I was just like, damn.
That's insanity.
This is getting really horrible.
Yeah.
And I need to stop. So... yeah, my boyfriend and I decided to do some, like, enlightenment therapy, I guess you could say.
Oh, that sounds fancy.
Yeah. Where we, you know, did, like, a pretty big dose of, you know, enlightenment therapy. Is
that therapy for people that are enlightened, or is that, like, trying to do therapy to become enlightened? I've never heard that definition.
No, it was just a funny way of saying acid.
Okay.
I was trying not to say acid.
Okay, well you didn't.
But okay, no, it's fine.
We'll
I
cut
said
this
it.
Out.
His car.
Speaking of which,
down.
you want to answer that?
Okay, we can cut this out. His car broke down.
Oh no.
Hello. Oh, okay.
Ask him about the enlightenment therapy.
Yeah. So basically. I took 2 tabs of acid, and
there you go. Just say it.
Yeah, that was probably the strongest acid trip I've ever had, and I was just, because I had been thinking about vaping and wanting to stop vaping for pretty much like that whole month before that. It was just really heavy on my mind, I think, as I was tripping, and I started thinking about it just so deeply. How we're carrying around like this little death box with us all the time. And it's like we don't even know what's in it, and we're breathing it more than like oxygen at this point. We're just breathing it all the time.
Well, that's something that I wanted to talk about, because when you get into some of those like Eastern traditions, you kind of learn everything has to do with breath. And it's all about regulating your breath, and you know, because if you have regulated breath, your energy is more balanced, or your chi.
You can also control your anxiety that way.
Yeah, exactly. Now, when not only are you getting that vasoconstriction with the nicotine, you're also messing up your natural rhythm of breathing.
Exactly.
So, do you think that the addiction has to do also with the lung inhaling part?
I do, for sure.
Yeah.
Because for me, the most satisfying part would be to like feel it go in and see the smoke go out. It's so satisfying because it's
like your steam engine.
Yeah. Well, I was thinking like a cloud or something.
Or a cloud.
Making clouds,
or like a
fog, but
nuclear plant.
Yeah.
Okay. That'd be cool. It's a lot of energy. But no, I totally agree. And that's actually what's great about these things that have been sitting here super product placement-y. But honestly, they're supposed to be a smart switch. But what's great about these blips is that you totally take out the whole vaping. Which for me, when the hardest part for me is like just not getting a vape.
Yeah.
If I can get on something like a gum or a Zyn, I can I'll just start forgetting about it, and it's great. But it's something about the vape, it's just whenever I have one, it's constant hitting it always. Yeah. So that's why I think companies that are doing stuff like this is cool. Because it's just...
Yeah, it's like breaking your muscle memory for it.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's a different muscle, you know. Okay. Now, there's something that really excites me about quitting, and that's being able to, you know, talk down and belittle to all the people still vaping.
Right. Yeah.
So how has that been, being able to do that?
Yeah, it's pretty cool. It's almost like, you know, you go through this ego death, and then you're like, wow, we're all so blinded and dumb and naive. But then you come out of it, and you're like, wow, these fools, you know, they can't stop doing this shit.
Yeah. Yeah, right. So it's like...
because once you do it, you realize, wow, it was not that hard, actually.
So it's easier than you would think.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so now as I begin to progress through my quitting, yeah, I'm just basically going to start shitting on people.
Yeah.
And I look forward to it.
It makes it a funny experience, you know?
Yeah. And then, you know, if they can't quit, if they, you know, and then you just be like, well, I couldn't quit for, you know, seven years. So then it's all fun and games.
Yeah.
But
yeah, keep it lighthearted, you know.
Yeah, but shit on them like a
yeah.
lot. Okay. So.
But not too much that, you know, they hit the vape.
Yeah, okay, yeah. That's how you know you've gone over the line.
Exactly.
They're like a steam engine trying to roll away. How do you feel now? How would you describe your energetic state and your emotions versus when you were smoking or vaping?
I would say I'm much more aware of my emotions. Because before it would just feel like I'm anxious all the time and I don't know why. And I'm like struggling to figure out where is this anxiety coming from. Mm-hmm. And now I feel like I understand my emotions. I know why I'm feeling them. I can like process them. I can actually like deal with my anxiety and it not be like a crippling thing that I'm feeling all day long.
Right.
And I can like breathe. My throat doesn't hurt all the time.
Mm-hmm. It does seem like it's a very good way to numb yourself.
Definitely.
Because I always find that I go to hit a vape when I'm feeling something that I don't want to feel. Mm-hmm. And because I just need to get stuff done. Mm-hmm. But it's like, if you build up all that emotion, you're going to have to deal with it at some point.
Exactly.
And so it's just, you're kind of shooting yourself in the foot. Mm-hmm. Do you have any tips that you would give to someone who is trying to quit vaping? I mean, you've already talked about one of them.
Yeah.
It might be kind of hard for some people.
Yeah, it might be hard for some people to have access to enlightenment therapy.
Yeah, it's hard to find online.
So, I think if you're not, you know, doing that, maybe start off easy and just meditate on the reality of vaping for a while. You know, why is it that we are carrying this with us all the time? Why is it that it's always in my hand 24/7? Mm-hmm. Why is it that I feel the need to inhale and exhale this more than air?
Yeah. Like, why am I going to 7-Eleven at 3:11, you know, in a mad dash?
Exactly.
You know?
Why am I spending, you know, $1,000 in 3 months on vapes?
Yeah.
You know?
You could buy a terrible Toyota with that money.
Exactly.
There was some other things. Okay. My last question. I guess, how do you think that, looking back, because the nicotine industry, the tobacco industry, has always been, it's been around for a long time, like if you go way back into history. But how do you think that has changed over the years, and do you think that we're navigating a problem that we haven't in the past in regards to nicotine?
That's interesting. I've never really thought about that.
Well, you're thinking about it now.
Yeah. Well, you know, yeah, so first it started with just the tobacco leaf, right? Mm-hmm. People roll it up and smoke it, and then it got like so commodified into cigarettes, which when those came out, doctors were prescribing them to you for, you know, anxiety and stuff like that. And then there was this huge, you know, campaign to stop smoking. Everybody kind of figured out how bad it actually was for you. Mm-hmm. And then insert the e-cigarette, where it's like, oh, this much cleaner way.
Yeah, we're smoke. Like right there at that point.
Yeah. And then, and I think when e-cigarettes first came out, in certain places you only had to be like 16 to buy them. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, which was interesting. So I remember, then you get into, you know, the vapes coming out. And I think, honestly, the demographic behind vaping is young people, which I think young people are more susceptible to getting addicted, which is why they have all these fun flavors, why they're so bright and colorful, and they come in all these fun, different...
Sometimes I feel like I'm looking at like a Fortnite gun upgrade or something.
Right, exactly.
And I'm like, that's for a 12-year-old.
Yeah.
But then I buy it. I'm just kidding. I really just buy the clearance shelf vapes.
Yeah, the $5 ones.
Well, I mean, $4 usually.
Yeah.
But, so, yeah, because in my opinion, I think that's a great laying out. And some of the kids might not know that. But what you're essentially doing is when they first came out, they had, I don't want to mess it up, a polyurethane or something.
Oh, polyurethane.
PG juice or however you say it. And it was you could only get a certain amount of nicotine into there. And then a couple of years ago, maybe 4, they switched over to Nic salts. I think it was further back than that. But then you could put it up to 50 milligrams or whatever the percentage comes out to. And so something I've found is like, and those are the ones you have everywhere.
Yeah.
And so I think that the amount of nicotine people are getting with the vapes is astronomically higher than with like a cigarette.
Oh yeah.
So
see, and that's what's interesting is once I stopped vaping, my craving for smoking anything just went down so much. I mean, now I feel like I can enjoy the occasional cigarette and I'm not going to be thinking about it for the next 12 hours. Oh my god, when can I have my next cigarette?
Yeah.
Whereas before, when I was vaping and I would hit a cigarette, I would be like, oh, this was so great. I just want a cigarette.
I want more.
Yeah, more. It's not enough.
Yeah,
but,
and also with that, what's great about smoking is that usually you go outside every once in a while, and I'm not supporting smoking, although if you're vaping, maybe start smoking and then get off.
Right, which is such a double-edged thing, because what I would do when I would stop vaping is then I would just go buy Black and Milds every day.
Yeah.
Which is like...
Which they, again, have higher nicotine.
Yeah.
But no, honestly, I wouldn't recommend smoking, but I do think that what's great about it is like, or how it used to be back in the day, you'd go outside and like smoke with a bunch of people and talk, and it'd be like an every once in a while thing, a few hours.
Exactly.
But now it's like I got 50% nicotine straight to the brain at all times, and I think that's what's causing all these kids to, go crazy.
I agree. I think
one of the many elements.
It's too accessible and it's too easy, and so that's why this is great. Because you're not going to be, chewing the whole pack in an hour.
Yeah, I would let you try one, but you're already off the nicotine, so I think that'd be a bad step. But these things are really freaking good, man. And so, big shout out to Blip for the little blippity doodahs. Yeah. And I will definitely be enjoying these other cameras over there for a long time. And then hopefully I won't be enjoying them because I will have quitting.
Just say no. But say yes to Blip in the meantime.
Say yes to Blip. It does help a lot with the cravings and everything.
Right.
For sure. Any last thoughts? Are you thinking about a cigarette?
No. I was actually thinking about something that I forgot to mention, which was Blue Lotus. Also helped a lot.
That is true.
Because I started smoking Blue Lotus, and then my craving for Black and Milds just like literally left completely. So then I would only hit Blue Lotus.
Dude, Blue Lotus is like a fix-all, it seems.
Yeah, it's really like great. So I would hit that instead every time I wanted to smoke a Black and Milds, and now I don't even really smoke that unless I'm, feeling like I want to at night or something before I sleep. I'll smoke it and then drink some tea. It's very relaxing.
So basically what you're saying is have a healthy alternative to get the inhalation sensation, and then once you get past that, then you're good.
Because that was the biggest thing for me, was like the inhaling part. That's the funnest part for me.
Okay. Well, that's good information, and I think that's all, folks.